I have Roll20 open, and I'm looking at the Solus landing page. So it's like you guys are at like Barney's Tavern, and I'm standing outside the window looking in with a placid expression.
All
on in
right.
here.
So, when we last left off, you guys had a plan that you were sort of formulating. We'll probably go over that to start out with, but the idea was that you guys wanted to, after hearing about potential attack from this Charon fellow and finding out about these scarab things that he's controlling, you're going to make a move towards the place because that's where you assume a new and actual real DFAD will be. So I believe y'all were sort of in the midst of figuring out the plan for getting there. I guess we could just start there if anybody had anything that they wanted to jump into in terms of that. I think it was slight subtlety on someone's part, someone sneaking in.
Yes, I believe whenever we finally launch the infiltration part, Minimum Chapel is supposed to ride in on the little Sean, these mass-produced ones that I keep calling ants seem to resemble, the scarabs. Is it intentional how much they resemble those shitty little Xeon water units that look like little turds? I hate those little fuckers. Is what?
That's not intentional.
Oh, you should go look at them.
I know which one you're talking about, but
yeah, I hate those
it
little
might
fuckers.
have been subconscious.
In one of those, and then I have to like slip out before it gets docked and bioscanned, as they all seem to by regulation.
Before it goes to the pen.
All right, so what did everybody else have for themselves?
Manny, were you still content to ride in the amp alongside Chapel?
Yeah, Manny was going to horse it in the amp behind Chapel. I think we were figuring out if we were doing that or if we were doing just Chapel.
Yep. And to start us off, I guess, to get us into the mood, Lieutenant Jia will just look to all of you guys. And she'll just say, before I bring my ship in close, I want to make sure you guys have some kind of solid plan for getting in and out of there. I don't want to have to put my ship in any kind of danger. We don't know if they have anti-orbital guns or how many amps they have.
It's important that we conduct some form of reconnaissance. And they will look around. Who has good investigate or
you?
Me, and then Destiny,
Chapel.
you have good
investigate.
You have
No, not at all. I'm a crafts kind of gal.
I'll probably ask you for some binoculars.
Sheet. Over there.
Need to refresh my page.
Okay, continuing throw will just say, I would like to examine the wall, take stock of their defenses, see if I could pilot my own amp above it to give you support if needed.
I was gonna say, well, I can certainly help from a distance. I'm not particularly stealthy, but I do have a scope.
It's better we keep our distance for now.
Well, if we're gonna go in on amps, my amp's got a particular feature that helps amplify signals. I could get you to look at Throw and say, I should be able to make your stealth matrix better if I'm attached to you.
Resourceful. I like this plan.
So we're judging investigate on our amps, correct? If we're scouting through our amps.
It's up to y'all.
Because I think we could make an argument for getting on ground and then looking from a distance. Oh, go ahead.
I will lay out for you guys the way that I've set this up, just as if this was a video game, you look on the back of the box. You could go in guns blazing, you could go in stealthily, or you could literally try to get an audience, or any combination of those. I have something ready for all of those. If you guys,
Cool.
just so you guys know that you don't have to like be railroaded into one or the other.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to be stealthy. My mech has a +4 in investigate,
Oh, wow. Okay, let's do that then.
so I could do that from a distance.
Yeah, so maybe what we do is you kind of give us the lay of the land as Chapel and Manny get into the Yogs and start making their way in. Meanwhile, Destiny and I will sneak up using that intel, provided it's sound, and get into a position to help them escape if need be.
Works for me.
And that's just one idea. Does anyone else have any concepts or any kind of things they like to pitch before we start on that?
I'd like to crowdfund me and Manny, I guess, some advantages.
Cool.
If you're British.
What does that mean in English?
It mean I don't know. I just know there's not really a word for it in English. That's the real sort of elegance about the British language.
Yeah. I love that.
I couldn't even
love
begin
that
to
a lot.
explain it to a bloke like you.
I wouldn't. Wow. What do you think that means?
Wow.
Chapel, now that he's in mission mode, will demonstrate a medium level of intelligence, a brief clarity, and he's going to turn to Manny first and say, and will speak as though unfamiliar with Manny as a person, and like look at something on his wrist and say, using your interconnected contacts, what sort of word on the street can you get me about any weaknesses Charon, this guy's organization has? How do I best fight a Charon guy?
So for this one, Sean, would I be able to, if I want to roll contacts, basically I want to roll contacts to create advantage. I want to do what Chapel's asking. Is this something that I should have rolled while I was in the town, like asking around at the bazaar? Or
no.
can we return to the age old, I've been here before, who do I know?
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure you literally already did this create an advantage before, which we could, I mean, you've been to the town twice now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna belabor this too much.
Excellent.
It also, the magic of the roll could be rolling successfully, you retcon in that it happened. Like, that's the sort of fungibility of Fate being a storytelling RPG.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not too big. Like, sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you forgot to eat your character's rations. Now you're going to die.
Right.
Some things matter.
Right.
Some things do. But yeah, that one I think you're good with.
All right, cool. Well, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, look at you one.
All right, excellent. So that's one advantage. So what do I know about a weakness or how to get into share?
You would know.
So this is so that you have a frame of reference and I have flexibility. This is against basically Charon's militia force, and also, I guess, him, since he's part of it. So applicable in conflict with them.
So you're looking for military strength?
Or like a vulnerability.
Yeah.
Abilities. Gotcha. Right.
Whatever would give us the advantage in either sneaking around and assassinating them or fighting them, whatever.
One advantage you would have, I would say, would be that the dude is not, he is not openly hostile to everybody. In fact, he has a lot of connections all over the place, and a lot of like seemingly, I wouldn't call them fans, but some of them kind of get to that level because he's the premier gang leader around here. So there's a little bit more traffic coming in and going out. They're a little, I wouldn't call them, hey, everybody come on in for a big party, but they are less lax than if you were to go into like a military installation that was run by an actual military group.
Okay.
So
you basically just have to look the part of a desert scavenger, and you can waltz right in.
You need the right. You need to be looking for the right kind of thing. You need to dress the right way, but it's not quite as bad as like, yeah, I have to literally forge an ID.
Sure. So what would that be? Like, what am I going to tell Chapel? Like, if you got to sneak around, or you gotta smooth this over, this is your end.
Yeah, just I would say disguises and having some kind of other motive for being there would be a good enough cover if you were to get found out. That it wouldn't be, which I mean, I don't know if that really helps Chapel if he's gonna be quite a smooth talker, but that is the one advantage you would have socially that you would have learned about the place.
Look the part.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
in terms of military stuff, I would say you don't really know. The guy that's the one thing he keeps pretty quiet about.
Going to write in the advantages had.
So Manny
part.
will say to Chapel, then he'll say, if it comes to it and things start looking crazy in there, we just need to blend in. So walk the walk. Whoever we can see, that's who we are. That's what we're doing.
Walk with purpose. Got it. He won't thank you. He'll immediately walk away from you as if that was your job, and over to Thoreau. He's still looking at his wrist. He says, little demon boy, you know quite a bit about the world.
Is that a question, Chapel St. Beef?
It's about to be. Watch it transform. I guess I was hoping I'd have had my full idea by the time I get there, because your strength is lore.
Yes.
So I'm looking for a lore button to use to create a different sort of advantage, but still stockpiling them so that I could possibly do something big.
Okay. We know you already kind of have your disguise. Maybe I can give you a little bit more of a thing to say. And then that'll kind of give you the whole package or the whole kit to work with. Or do you want more of a location? Like, what are you really looking for?
I don't. I have no deceive or rapport. I don't need anything that can help me talk to them, because I won't be doing that.
Oh, I got something. Maybe something to help you know where to look. Because the amps will bring stuff in, but then you have to actually find where the DFAD is being kept. So maybe some intuition or some thoughts on where the DFAD could be. Investigation.
It could be. I was looking to stockpile as much as I could if I come up against Charon in particular. I only got one good shot, so I need to make it a nuke, or else I'm gonna be in a bad fight.
Okay, got you. So you really want to fight advantage.
You could
use burglary instead.
Okay. That's your highest, isn't it?
On how to, that's my 4. Why don't I do that and tell you some thoughts on how to approach someone in armor or something?
Yes, you should case the joint.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to give him a proper understanding of how to approach Charon. If in maybe 2 or 3 different scenarios, what the best approach is, whether you're going in loud or going in quiet.
Okay, burglary. I would more say that's for entry and exit. I don't know if that's going to be a combat thing. I guess I could figure something out, because Declan does play a stealthy.
Yeah, it's surely not combat. I can't use that if we're face to face. But for my initial ambush, I would think that should be just on the line.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you 2 of those then.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. You're looking for Charon specifically on him?
Yeah.
I don't know. If that's fine.
If it can't also go as far as the militia contained within, then I'll go for just him.
He doesn't show himself much. I'll give you, but you could use one of these on him as well. Say that they are, they're not adept at oh god, what do you call it? Even surveillance. They're not God.
They're not as careful as they could be.
Yeah, like it's kind of similar to the other thing, but it's more like immediate action based. They don't have like set patrol routes and stuff like that. It's
Okay.
more of a
okay.
go check over there. kind of thing.
Okay, that's great.
So you
yeah,
could tap that. You could tap that for like, okay, he's not going to come over here because he already checked over here. Why would he come over here? As opposed to a guard who literally has to walk in a specific area.
Yeah, they don't have like sentries.
Yeah.
they are a disorganized lot. They don't maintain any set paths, or double check or confer. Use that to your advantage.
Understood. I'll take that into account.
And then he's gonna walk over to Destiny and say,
All right, my turn.
Even if my legs aren't all borkin, is it possible to get one of those?
Oh, no.
No, of course not. No, I knew that. I knew that before I asked. That was a leading question.
and he's gonna walk away embarrassed.
Amazing.
She's gonna look at Manny and say, "You're gonna want to teach him, man."
Manny's eyes are just bulging. He's just wide-eyed. Disbelief. He shouldn't be, but he is.
Bloodshot to no end.
He looks like a SpongeBob gross up. Manny will. He's gonna look. Does Chapel look like he's making his way to Allison now, or is he at the end of his agenda?
I can't think of anyone else who can give me anything in terms of advantage. I would, but I don't think we have access. That wouldn't just be like someone else rolling contacts for some other information.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything else I can't really give you because you haven't been there.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Yeah.
So my question then to you is, Sean, we've been here for a while. Would you consider this a rest?
Oh yeah, I would say either after this moment up here or before this, you guys probably have slept because canonically we left off. I completely forgot. We were like at 9 or 11 at night or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting on.
So Manny is going to say, not so fast, Chapel. We have a little bit of time before we depart, and I think that you could use a little tutoring in case you do get caught with your pants down.
Yeah, well, I wasn't moving very fast at all, and my pants are secured to my vest, so why don't you check
Figure of
out...
speech. And he's going to say, that Beckety Tertia is all about improvised weapons. So we got a little bit of time before we head out. I want you and I to hit the gym. I'm going to show you some things.
Okay, yeah, you can show me some stuff if there's figures involved. I don't know Beckety Tertia, but if you went to school with her, she might be pretty cool.
It's very good. And with that, Manny will move towards the gym. I feel like for Chapel, I should be taking extra mental stress, but I'm not going to give myself more homework.
Okay, so a severe consequence will get you.
Yeah. Chapel, whatever your fight stat is, add +2 to it until we rest again. We're just putting all our eggs in Chapel's basket.
Might as well.
This is the Chapel
You know what?
episode.
He should be able to take my wheelchair. I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, you're being selfish. I'll say it.
So to go over one more time, your guys' plan is to have Chapel case the joint, and then get in and get out with the DFAT if you can.
We're
Also,
gonna
like
Go ahead.
Allison Hendricks to see what she can find on the outside. Using her investigate. I would like if somebody could help me with my stealth while I'm doing that, because my stealth is a +1.
Well, if I attach you, I can give you an extra +1 to stealth.
Attached to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in your amp.
I think there might be.
Are you doing this in your amp or are you doing this by foot?
In my amp.
Okay, yeah. So if my amp attaches to yours, I can give you a +1 stealth.
I think in terms of scene setting, we kind of established two fronts. We have the group going in, and then we have the group on the perimeter.
Yeah, I think everyone on the perimeter is in amps, right? That's the goal.
I wanted to
We're
ask.
kind of a get out squad in case something goes wrong.
I wanted to ask
Well,
Sean. What the hell?
Oh.
Go ahead.
I gave a break to start up that sentence anew, and someone still interrupted me.
Yeah.
Sean, is it a meaningful difference to you whether people are investigating in amps or not, or were you as a DM
Oh, yeah.
thinking?
Big
Okay.
difference.
You already know? Okay.
It's a huge difference.
I just wanted to have your back in case. I've had many moments where people are discussing plans. I'm like, fucking, I don't know. I guess you can, and I didn't think up a countermeasure for it.
There's a definite difference between those two in this.
Okay.
Okay.
Go at your own risk.
Man, it's fine.
All right. Well, upon the deliberation, you guys can rest and do whatever the heck you want.
All right. I do want to just get from my clarity. So Manny's following behind.
You're in the crab, as I understand.
Yeah, you're in the crab.
Yeah. What is my fucking plan? Like, I know I advocated for this, but what am I doing? Like,
I
I
don't
don't want
know.
to just like watch Chapel
What
escape.
are you doing?
Yeah. Well, mine was to be the one to go. I mean, I'm just kind of spotting Chapel.
I mean, you can. You could. I'll give you a fate point because you have.
I was gonna say you
you
should
have
probably get one if you
Chapel's
go
plan.
in there, because this is stupid.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'll
why am
compel you to
I
that,
doing this?
Because you have his back.
All right, fine. I'll do it with a
All right,
fate
it's the
point.
compel.
It's the compel. He's going so that Chapel's not alone.
Gotcha.
Wait, hold on. I keep forgetting that to deny and compel you. What was it again? We've like
You
never.
pay a fate point.
You pay a fate.
Yeah.
No one ever
So
does
if
it,
I
'cause it's too fun.
if I didn't
No one ever
want to
does it,
take a
so.
compel, I would pay a fate point. But honestly, I think rarely will you ever actually have a player deny a compel, because almost always you're doing them because they're fun.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we've done it once, maybe. I think I remember somebody doing it. Can't remember when it was, but
I remember my
always fun.
all-time favorite compel ever had no bearing on the story. Kane just wanted Gemini to cry. It was like Gemini was in the back seat of the car and Emi, and he's like, "I'm gonna compel you. I want him to just start crying." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a fate point for that."
That is such a. If you never knew Kane, that is such a Kane like compel. You learn a lot about Kane from that one.
What the hell, kid? You're peeing your pants back there.
I mean,
All
I
right.
think the first time Kane compelled me in a campaign, it was to harass like a restaurant service worker.
It was.
Oh no!
Yes, it was.
Oh,
Damn, it's so hard though.
right.
Okay, so you're definitely going.
I guess I am.
Sure are.
It,
But I'm fucking like raising my hand to make sure I'm on the mission, and I'm like, all right, what am I doing?
oh my god. Hey, Dave, roll a fight against me, because Chapel is doing his best to, like, younger dog, like, fight better. He's, like, trying to throw you on the ground and stuff.
Oh, he definitely does. There's
You
just a
keep-
shot of fucking Manny up in the air and then on his back.
He's like trying to tutor him. He's like, not with all your force.
Yeah, every little thing he educates me, I take it into account, and then I, like, throw him on the ground and engage in a real fight. Like teaching a kid with ADHD a fighting game.
Yeah. Manny just on his back, breathing heavy, goes, "That's very good, Chapel."
Yeah, it's awesome. I got you on your back. Maybe I should be teaching you some stuff about fighting.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go eat some waffle fries now. That was pretty good. Thanks, Mr. Robot Man.
Anytime.
You think he leaves. He looks like he's leaving.
Let's see.
Discombobulated.
You see him sneaking up. You see him sneaking up on you.
This is all happening in the bridge. What's going on?
No, we've transitioned to being in
the gym.
fucking the gym.
Okay.
And Manny, for once, will catch him and be like, "Not this time."
Ah, looks like we're each getting better by the day.
Looks like it.
While they're doing this, Throw is going to come up to Destiny. Like, I assume, leaving the bridge
Yeah.
as we're out here. And they will look at you and say, "Destiny Akron, I need your assistance. Please follow me."
All right. Just don't go up any stairs.
Jesus.
They don't laugh.
She says that anytime she hangs out with anyone, and it went from charming to
Ah.
tiring among her friend group.
Always playing the wheels card.
They're like, "Destiny, we're gonna hit up Big Ted's bar. Oh, hope there's no stairs getting in there." Yeah, Destiny, okay.
Right, guys?
Yeah,
Funny, huh?
There's probably a ramp.
They don't laugh anymore. It's just, yeah, well, there's probably a ramp, so.
There's plenty of that. Oh.
They will approach their door, push it open an inch, and then they will kneel down and bring their hand to the bottom left of the door frame. And there will just be kind of a second with them fiddling. and then they will push it the remainder of the way, revealing a pitch black room with a little bit of light filtering in from the corridor you're in currently. And they will.
Not a fan of lights?
I don't need them.
Hold on. I guess this is a lore to understand why someone might not need lights.
Go ahead. What do you want
to? Potentially some augmentation with their ocular just genetics, or perhaps some kind of cybernetic augmentation.
Huh.
Yeah, you've seen the whites of their orbits, like kind of the mask before. It's a safe enough assumption on top of the genetics or anything else.
Oh, well. You know, I can't see a damn thing.
Shut the door. I'll make sure there's light for you.
She will.
Okay. Again, it'll just be pitch black. You'll hear kind of a shuffling from the end of the room, followed by the sound of hard plastic being laid on metal. And then almost like when you're igniting a lighter, just kind of like a spin, spin, spin. And then there'll be a sudden illumination at the end of the room with Throw holding a device that kind of looks like a lighter with a brilliant white orb at the end of it. And they're just kind of like using their finger to flick the end of the device and make sure it keeps moving and creating light.
Now having to adjust back to the light, Destiny will kind of squint and she'll say, well, much obliged. What'd you need?
I've spent some time considering the things that Skarn told you. My intuition tells me that I shouldn't let it go.
Something specific then? Caught your attention?
Yes. He implied the existence of a third conspirator. That is important information.
You're right. But what are you thinking?
This is a Scion surveillance device. They look down in front of them, and it looks like a tiny little black laptop, no larger than a novel or something. And placed on top of it is what looks like a little black beetle. And they just kind of like hold it up to you.
Is it tech?
Yo, yeah, Scion
Oh, yeah,
tech.
Destiny's fascinated immediately. She's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, high-end Scion tech, and they will just kind of like hand it to you, trusting you, and say, it will allow me access, the ability to access and record all video archives within the Diamond Lance.
Destiny will whistle, and she'll say, so you want me to hook this thing up to the Lance?
They will shake their head and say, I do not need you to place the device. I only need you to retrofit it. A cable suitable for NEF consoles.
Sorry,
I was trying to find a way to do this quietly. I have to plug in my laptop. Apparently when I moved, I didn't plug it in.
Oh.
Loud toilet flush.
Attempt to every
I need to add a toilet flush to my sound effect library. I have it on my voice mod, but voice mod's kind of a pain to set up sometimes.
Fucking screen started dimming, and I was like, either I'm having a stroke or I forgot to do something here.
All right. This is just if I can't come to the conclusion of what you're trying to ask me to do ahead of time with intuition and crafts knowledge.
What they want is for you to make this thing compatible with the NEF ship, because right now it looks like it has a Scion kind of dongle attachment. So what they really want you to do is create an advantage for their burglary when they go and install this thing.
All right.
Maybe not advantage. It seems like it won't work unless she succeeds on crafts.
Either way is fine. That can be up to Sean. Like, it would be harder or whatever you want to do, Sean. Basically, I want to create the ability for this device to interface with the NEF. And then I want to be able to plunder their video archives and do a little reconnaissance.
Okay. Yeah, it'll just be a crafts roll from Destiny, though.
All right. Okay. Before she does, she'll look over the device and say, so listen, I don't have any problem with you. But I do need to have a better understanding of what kind of thing you want to do here. I've got a dream. I know it may not seem like it, but I've been having a hard time getting off the ground. And
Because the wheelchair.
Stop.
Go ahead, ask me about it.
go in, ask me. I want to help, especially because I believe you. I think something's fishy. But tell me exactly what you're planning.
They are going to really consider it. I'm almost tempted to not have them tell you, but realizing that they will not get this off the ground without you, they will say, I worry that the mole might be within the NEF. I want to confirm that. Deny it. Whatever case. It's an assumption that I've made.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll do this for you. Trusting you on good merit. Don't waste it. You only get one chance with Destiny Echo.
I promise to protect you, Destiny Hacker. This will help me do it.
She'll wink. And she'll look over the device and say, so I'm really excited to crack this open.
Maybe allowing themselves the most relaxation you've ever seen. Throw will sit at an angle that is not 90 degrees.
Oh.
Kind of lean a little bit forward.
A little 45.
Yeah, a low 45, 50 degrees. Watching your hand.
Completely forward. Like a torpedo about to take off.
180.
They fully turn the chair around and sit in it like a cool college professor.
Whoa.
Sean, I kind of feel like this falls within compel territory for my family values aspects. Dream of a world where we can overcome our differences, like my folks
That's
did.
true.
So,
Yeah.
would you accept this as a compel? That I just accept this at face value, and I don't ask any more questions, and I do it.
I think because of the way that Thoreau specifically worded it, I would say yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll take
then-
that.
Destiny will take you at your word on good faith against perhaps a lot of other people's better judgment, given your stature, Thoreau, and she'll just look very eager, kind of like you're an equal, not like you're a prisoner or
Yeah.
She just looks eager to work on this project with you, and she'll say, "Well, right, I'll get started right away."
Yeah. They will. They seem to imply that you do not leave the room. Like they almost like expect you to continue working right here.
Yeah, she had like wheeled back, and she's like, "Oh, you mean right now? Yeah, all right. Just you're gonna want to keep that light on. I can't see a damn thing."
Yeah, they will continue to like crank the device, allowing you some light.
And here we go. Roll a crafts. Wow, not great. You're gonna need that
It's good
extra.
enough.
Oh, good, great.
Oh, okay.
It is just a plug. You've probably actually seen some of these plugs before. You
Excellent.
could make NEF plugs in your sleep, and converting it from sound is a little bit tricky, but it's not a crazy challenge.
Sweet.
You get it.
So she pops out some of the ports and maybe uses like something from in the room. She's able to like pop out of the wall and like retrofit it together to get it all active, and she'll hand it back to you, Thoreau, and say, "There, should do the trick."
Suitable. A bit more. And then they will just kind of like look at it a little bit closely. Improvised.
Well,
Than Emerson might have made. But I thank you.
you didn't want me to leave the room, so it's all hush hush.
The ship starts to power down, and there's a power leak. Oh no!
Oh, fuck!
Pulled out its primary component.
What the fuck did you guys do down there?
There's so much blood!
None of this will come back to you, Destiny Hacker. No matter what happens.
Roll deceive.
All right. Destiny will nod, and then she'll kind of back up through the door, and she'll say, "And I'll see you in the battlefield."
Yeah, they will nod, and then the light will just kind of go out at the end, and it'll just be a black room with you standing in the doorway.
She's gonna shake her head, not able to see you at all. She'll just roll out.
Perfect. So I don't know if anyone else has something, but Throw will, before we embark, want to do that, because it sounds like we had some time, like maybe even like 2 to 3 hours before we got into our amps.
Yeah, I've got a bit. If anything, it's going to take a little time to completely fix the crab that Manny's going to be in, because that thing, as you guys remember, got pretty beat to shreds. And
Crap.
there's engineers working on that, so you guys got a little more time if you need anything else. But, if not, we can just slam on through to it.
No, but our fate points refresh.
They are indeed, and anybody who took a good battle will get another one.
Yep.
It'll be Manny and Destiny.
Yeah.
Thanks. 8.
Cool. In that case, not to completely hog the camera, but before we leave, I would like to try and install that device.
Okay.
So, I feel like Throw, when they first got in here, did a pretty good job of just scoping out the place. So just kind of looking at any consoles or any spots where access points might exist. So kind of looking through the hallway, exiting their room, and just kind of like seeming as natural as possible, they're going to head towards wherever you establish that console to be.
Roll me an investigate. It's going to be a low challenge, but
Okay.
one of those. Yeah, you find it. It's we'll say it's down here. These little bay things.
Okay.
Server room or something.
Yeah. I'm just kind of sticking to the side, letting people pass as they do. Throw just worms their way through the ship, taking careful consideration of when people may have vacated the area and then press themselves into the room.
All right. Give me a let's see. What should we do for this? I want you to roll for this, but I don't want it to be too much of a...
Is it burglary to access systems that you're not typically allowed
So
into?
are you placing a thing to later access, or are you placing this to access it now?
Ideally, I would access it now and be able
Okay.
to look into the cameras and kind of look into the video archives because I want to confirm something or deny something.
Okay. That'll be a, since you have a device, I would say that's burglary to get into it, bypassing systems and whatnot. All right, cool. Yeah, you get on in there. So what are you accessing specifically? Just any security footage?
Very specifically, I want to look at the room that Skarn was in and kind of like quitting themselves to this place and heading towards a more nondescript location. They will pull up their console and scrub through the video to see if anyone has come in or out of Skarn's place since we first got in with him.
Okay. You'll see the NEF doctors and surgeons working on them. Then at one point you'll see what looks like a chapel going in there at one point. Actually, no, you wouldn't, because he was in the rafters. You'll see Destiny, and then you will see Eli go in there at one point. I would say this was pretty close to when you guys first brought him in. He speaks to him for about 2 minutes and then leaves.
Okay. You do not have to give us everything because honestly, I get it. Being a DM, there's a little bit of discretion in that. Do I have any idea what they were talking about?
No clue.
Okay. Just kind of
Karn
keep...
still got his mask on, and Eli's back of his head was at the camera.
Okay. They will kind of like hold on that for a second, and then they will pan to you, Master Sergeant Roland Steinrich, and they want to just kind of follow him for a bit to see if he was up to anything while they were down investigating.
Okay. You saw him down at the escape pod bay. You see him speak to Allison at one point. You see him subsequently go jerk off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh no.
No, he goes into the bathroom a little too much. Like he ate some bad like burritos earlier, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Got IBS.
Fair enough.
Amen.
Okay. Then they'll just go into live feed, and he's still positioned in the medical wing? Is what's his name? Skarn.
Yeah, he's still there. He seems to be a little more lucid, but he's on some. Still looks to be on some stuff from that drip.
Okay. They will just let that be the kind of final thing they look at as they stand up and exit the bathrooms, and then just rejoin the group.
Flushing sound effect.
Yeah.
All right. So we will skip ahead if anyone doesn't have nothing else they needs to do, and we'll skip ahead to when you guys are about to get out of here. So, I do want to play this out a little bit, not to belabor it, but I want both Manny and Chapel to get acquainted with these amps.
Okay.
So everyone will, red alert, but not actually a red alert. It'll just be like a launch siren kind of thing, or like a readiness siren thing for the upcoming mission you guys have assigned for yourself. And you'll hear over the intercom, Seed Team, your amps.
Climb up.
Yeah, we run to the amps.
All right. So, I never realized how much this scarab kind of looks like Chapel too, from kind of like a similar silhouette to his like kind of visor thing. Anyway, Chapel, what I want you to do for getting acquainted with this MP, the scarab that you're going to be driving, I want you to roll a piloting for me, and then Manny, I want you to do one for the amp as well.
Okay. Man, fuck, I'm in the amp instead of the MP.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Solid.
That's fine. That completely works with the fiction. Chapel, you notice that this thing is, it's like trying to drive a skeleton. It's very bad. It's terrible. In fact, has anybody ever gotten like sand or dirt in like a video game controller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like trying to move that around when you move like the joystick and whatnot. Manny, pretty much very similar to that, except you can hear things are shaking around you as this thing powers up, and you feel like the bottom of it's going to drop out at any point.
Oh god.
Yeah. So that's just for me. That's for later if anything comes of that. But yeah, you guys. So you guys will be floating above. Heading your way towards the outskirts of Charon's lair. Before you get there, though, something that, if anyone's looking at any view screens or anything like that, place would have viewports, something that is very obvious that you can make out is this absolutely massive signal tower that appears in the distance. That's at the top of all these buildings that are situated. This thing is huge. It looks jerry-rigged, but it's like it's very singularly built. And without rolling anything, I would say that you guys could put together that this is the thing that is sending out the signals for all the other scarabs.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And it is situated at the very center of what I could only call like a tower, a skyscraper fortress, which I'll show you guys once we get there. Right. Where's the map? I'm starting to lose my maps. There it is. Right here.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. So let's get a good thing here. So, you guys will sit down decidedly further away from this. But up here is the image that you see. This sort of just massive structure built around with like a wall of buildings set up, which may have been built like that originally, or maybe they were moved, or who knows what. But this seems to be his place. And the outskirts here, there's a little building set up with some scavenger-looking folks hanging around a bonfire of all things, or I guess like a big skillet. And then further in are the walls. So you guys can, anybody who wants to, you can place yourself onto this map if you're going to be scouting with your amp further away, or if you're going to be moving in closer. That's fine.
Okay.
I guess actually I'll move you guys. You who are in your amps, I'll move you in myself.
Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. Let's see. And so who else was in their amp? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think just about everybody is in an amp.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
This is really unintuitive where they can't just... Why can I not just drag this from the fucking...
I don't know. You'd think they would change that.
Oh, wait. It's not... All right. Okay, you guys have sat down. You guys are in the place now. So, or you're in the outskirts of it, rather.
Great.
Okay, so I want Allison to start doing reconnaissance before anybody gets in there. So
Gotcha.
that if she finds anything, she can tell Chapel and Manny.
Okay. Give me a... Let's see. Give me a...
And Destiny's attached to me.
Yes.
It's true.
Let's bring in my stealth aura here. Size it up, Sean.
And to be very clear, because someone might try to say something and not realize what our situation is, Sean, what is the communicator? What's the interpersonal communication technology look like?
Oh, yes. Those would just be like little, yeah, they're like little discs, kind of.
Oh, I mean...
And Allison would have given Manny the actual, like, communicator up to...
Yeah, you guys could have one. The problem before was that you guys, like when Manny was driving the crab before, this thing was not outfitted with that, but you guys can have this set up now if you want to.
Right.
But, yeah, we can have put that in. But, like, if we're on the ground, Manny and I, there's no...
Oh, no. If you're out of it, no.
Okay, pilots on the ground don't have earpiece. Cool.
Yeah, I was going to say I gave Manny Allison's communicator that she was using in the desert earlier.
Okay.
But you have to... Huh?
Yeah, you have to set that up, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to, like, take the time to set it up.
Is it
So
not...
it's not something you can just pull out.
Is it something you
Okay,
can
I have
carry
to-
on your person, Sean? I guess I imagine it was a bit of a
could.
huger ham radio. Okay, cool.
It's not like yeah, it's not like a giant ham radio, but it is
All right.
like a lunchbox kind of.
Okay. Neat.
All right, cool.
So I also have for my amp, I have a stunt that's a +2 notice against another amp stealth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should use that for, like... Should I just use that in general? or like as an advantage sort of thing?
You could throw one out. I think it's hard to ask the DM that question because it puts them in a position to say, like, yeah, there's definitely someone hiding.
Right.
If you just feel like right now establishing, probably a good roll. I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll it. Fine. So
Actually, wait.
in general,
I think that's a 4.
Oh, is it?
+2. Yeah, that'd be a 4.
Okay.
I did that wrong.
Did you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because my notice is at a +1, and I was rolling at a +4 instead of a +3.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that would be a 4 then.
Okay. And you're for this year, you said you're looking specifically for stealth stuff, or is this just your general?
Yeah,
survey?
that's my boosted notice is just against anybody who's using stealth to hide.
Okay.
Again, hold on, I gotta ask that. That doesn't sound very conditional. That just sounds like if anyone rolls stealth against you, you're just automatically better against them.
You helped me create it.
It seems a bit more like a combat thing to me. A little bit.
Roll, or you can use my regular notice, which would be... What is that? A 2?
Yeah, if you're one, it'd just be a 2 notice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this aside, I will say that you do not pick up anything inherently stealthed. There's nothing that is like that you can see from the outset that looks to be like, oh, this is a trap or something in the floor or anything like that specifically. I will say one thing that you do pick up from your scans is that this place seems to be rigged with low orbit cannons that are built into its walls that are not visible. I guess you could say that those are stealth, so I guess that kind of works out.
Jesus. Okay.
And then I have my investigate. Destiny, does your amp have an investigate?
Does my amp have investigate? Let me take a look.
Analyzing the language.
Oh, this is Destiny's sheet. What's wrong with me? Hold on.
You must be pretty embarrassed.
I do have analyze to offer you.
And so do I, so you can add 2. I'll help you in this endeavor.
All right.
Okay.
All right, nice. What are you looking for? Because investigate is more specific.
Yes.
Or what are you not looking for? You could do that as well, but again, specific.
Yeah, I'm more looking just to help Manny and Chapel to know exactly where to go and what to look out for along that path.
Create advantage?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Let's see. Well, you mean in regards to the DFAT itself, or where to get in best? Sorry, I don't mean to belabor this, but...
I would say where the DFAT is.
All right. With that, you can see that thing, if it's going to be in any of the buildings set up in the place, it's going to be deep in there. It's going to be past... None of the buildings at the outskirts seem to have the DFAT you're looking for. It's going to be at the center of this thing. Just based on the setup, you can tell that they probably don't have this thing sitting out in one of these dusty-looking buildings that they're using inside of the tower.
Is that a normal success or it's with style?
So it's with style. So 2 uses.
Yeah, so I think Allison's just gonna relay that information and say, looks like you're gonna have to get into the thick of it, boys.
Manny will say, so what's the plan once we find what we're looking for? You want us to just come out and report?
What was that? Come out and what?
He says, are you looking for us to just come out and report? Do you want us to try to secure it while we're in there?
Oh, absolutely, if you can get it while you're in there, do that. I'd prefer to have as little fighting as possible.
Manny will just nod and say, loud and clear.
Yeah, and if you want to call in about anything else you're thinking about, or if you miss anyone, just call us. We'll be here.
Doesn't seem appropriate on the job.
Oh, I'm not doing anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, hold on. Let me make this more accurate to what I'm... How far can I make this? There we go. Alright. Yeah, you guys are canonically further down this way.
Okay.
So you're not, like, standing at the fucking gates.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, what are you guys doing?
what are you doing in there?
Why are you guys standing right behind the amps where you're having walk-in?
Hey,
Why
do
are
you
you
guys
whispering?
have maps?
3, 2, 1, break. We all put our hands in.
When you see like each of our characters' hands go in, and then like clearly one of Charon's men's hand go in.
Yep. Alright. So, y'all can head in at your leisure. Or not. Or you can quit. That's fine, too.
Alright, we learned what we wanted to. I walk away. Yeah.
Take a fate point. I don't know why, but go ahead.
What's the scene here as far as the crab goes? Is it being like dragged by the other machines? Like is
That's up for you guys. From what
I
you
don't
can
know why
tell,
I thought it was going to get carried away by all the scarabs.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean-
from what you can tell, the scarab is used for collecting those kinds of things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the plan for St. Beef to kind of drag you in.
Okay.
So I will. I'm being guided, right? I almost thought Chapel wouldn't even be having to drive because they have a recall protocol. I thought we just automatically activate it.
That is also what I thought. I thought we were basically joining like an ant line, like returning to the nest.
They are ants.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Where Chapel was just kind of sitting in it and it was going.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, play the part of it, yeah, at least.
Okay. So it's being dragged. It's on autopilot, which means Chapel has canonically the whole time been fully reclined. He's playing on the game station until the point when he sees the pen approaching.
All right. So, as y'all move up, you do notice that other scarabs are moving in as well with their collective junk or salvage that they're finding. And then they're stopping at the gate for something for a moment, and then continuing to move forward and into the left.
Never mind. Never mind.
What
Manny goes to look out the window to see what they're doing, and he's so excited his breath fogs the window and he can't see.
Yeah, you look out the window and it's perfectly reflective glass that's been shattered. So you're just looking at yourself.
I see me, but older. It scares me.
You look out the window to the procession, and you see a much older, leathery Manny working as a bandit on the line, and we don't have time for that.
In a fucking chain gang. Taking a whiz, boss.
So as you stop here, Chapel, you hear inside the cockpit, you hear just a bunch of like buzzing and whirring and beeping going off from like, I mean, it sounds like if you got like an audible toy from 16 years ago with the batteries dying. That's what all the cockpit sounds like right now. And you hear to your right, if you have your just outside audio on, you hear this guy over here just,
Oh, come on, man. You gotta let me in. I gotta see the boss. Listen, there's trouble. We couldn't get in.
yeah, the boss already knows. You're lucky you're still alive and you're not staying on the dust.
No, but I gotta see him, please. I gotta see him, man.
Back off. And that just goes on. This dude over here, which oh my god, I don't think either of you. Yeah, neither of you recognize this dude.
He wasn't one of the ones that I saw on the way back, right?
You've never seen him before.
Okay.
Need your fucking.
I know I saw some of these tokens because the lady was like Darlene or some shit, and her name definitely was not Darlene, but I failed my empathy check.
Well, Dave, if you can justify it, maybe you can alleviate this mystery with the contacts. Maybe we can catch on to this clue we've missed.
Oh, yeah. Declan's gonna play Manny tonight too. He's contacts rolls.
I know every skill on everyone else's sheet and exactly where they are. I'm ready to play a full party at any moment.
Yeah, I would like to roll contacts that I recognize. I recognize this guy. Maybe we saw him in the bazaar, or we've seen him since we've been here.
Ooh!
Wow. Yeah. This dude is hauling around what looks to be just. Actually, no, wait. No, he's not hauling around. He's not hauling around anything. He seems to be weaponless. But you recognize that he has a sling on him that looks like it should hold a sawn-off military-grade shotgun. And you heard about a robbery earlier, back in the bazaar, but you were not specifically privy to that robbery.
Yeah.
Sure.
Damn, which fucking robbery? We were at a robbery. This place has gone to
You
hell.
didn't see them. Yeah, you didn't see the guy that was robbing.
Oh, wait, we didn't see that. That's right.
No.
Right.
You didn't
This
see
is the
Randy.
guy that was probably robbing Randy.
Yeah.
Well, now that we know that, meta-wise, do we have reason to pursue him? He might tell the boss Randy about us, I guess. Maybe that's his information.
The boss Randy is rotting in a trunk right now.
Mean, that was a joke. I mean Charon.
Oh, yeah.
He might tell Charon about us specifically.
Oh, he might. Okay.
Now, neither of our characters know this.
Mm-mm.
So the players now have a strategy, but
So with a 6 contacts, I don't recall that I saw this guy leaving that area.
You recall that there was a dude who and an accomplice who both robbed Randy's store.
Okay, so we could feasibly make the connection.
Well, 6 contacts. We're working on a ship with the people who were there for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that the 6 contacts means they could have, told us about it as a mission report.
But
right?
I don't want to make other people's characters, because that's a character thing. I specifically didn't have any NPCs that you would have known that would have passed that information off to you.
Sure. And we're linked up together to communicate, correct?
While you're in your amp.
In the crowd.
Yep.
Okay. So, God, but we did or didn't check that Charon can hear us when we're talking.
You did not check that, no.
Fuck. Well, Manny certainly can't do that. So he's gonna say, "Chapel, look alive. I think that's one of the goons that knocked off Randy."
Pretty sure we knocked off Randy.
Take a fate point. No, I'm just kidding.
Sean's crazy as a DM.
You get a fate point. He's gonna say, "Yeah, but he could potentially recognize us, or at the very least, recognize Allison, Destiny, and Thoreau."
There's a sort of grim tone to it as Chapel processes the information. And this isn't confusion. Him going,
"Oh, okay."
He's clearly marked him as an assassination target in his head, like as if that was your implication.
literally, yeah, like wondering if I can make it look like an accident, and this thing shoots at him from the amp. Yeah, that's gonna draw a lot of attention.
That's a lot. You're not even in yet.
Yeah, we could just.
I know.
They're clearly not
Tell.
listening to him. We just watch where he
Yeah.
goes. I'll sneak in after. There'll be a
Yeah.
neck cracking sound behind closed doors.
Allison's gonna start posting help wanted signs.
I'm going to. I'd love this to be investigate, but actually, I think we've been using it too much. If I want to notice a stealth advantage around here, I probably should use notice, huh?
You could.
By
this time you are moving forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I was
that's
gonna say. Investigate. I don't really have time. We're moving. I probably got to notice.
Yep.
Okay. 4 G's, no.
Oh, got harder.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys are in here at midday. It's very bright. A lot of straight down shadows. You can see a lot of bug spots to hide your bug body. And also,
yeah.
well, I was just gonna keep narrating this scene, but you can do whatever you want with that.
No, don't stop. Stop moving forward. I'm trying to play. Gosh, what aspect of this to possibly fate point? Because it'll make it harder, but still stealth is my strength.
Mm-hmm.
Probably don't have to bet a fate point yet. All right, so this will make my challenge a bit harder. Chapel doesn't really see anything unique, but he's gonna do his best and roll out of the thing before the bioscan starts.
Oh, you're gonna stealth that down?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is this pen? Seems like we're going into it.
The pen is over here, to the left.
That's where the MP was going.
The big old hanger there.
So you could at least get a little further in.
I don't want to lose this guy.
Mm.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I could help you with that. The guy is being turned away at gunpoint at this point because he's groveling to this dude, and he's now
Okay.
making his way back to this little, let's call it a fucking stim den. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
All right.
Let's just call it what it is.
I'll keep riding for a bit.
Right. You are specifically diverted, though. You are starting to move to your right.
Uh-oh.
Seems to be because you were carrying a giant amp with you.
All right, then. Well, at this juncture, I'm going to roll out because I can roll behind this building, and it seems like these individuals might be looking out for me.
Okay. He's dope. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. You actually hold on. Let me.
Oh,
Go.
Woo.
The sun is blinding, though. The sun giveth, the sun taketh away. You are good. You are now hidden over here. You can place your character over there if you want to.
I had it on here before. Oh, there he is. He's just sitting out in the desert.
Sitting around. All right, Manny. Roll notice.
Let's see. Yeah.
You think Chapel's still in there?
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Of course.
Fuck.
This lines up because basically my thought process was he's not considering Manny. He's often a lone operative. He assumes Manny has a plan if he volunteered to do this.
Oh Jesus.
All right. So the scarab is now moving. It's over towards this area right here. Seems to be that you are not meant to put this amp inside of this, whatever this building, whatever it could possibly be. You were instead meant to just put it out here in front of these two. or the scarab rather, is meant to put you out here, and it just kind of drops you there, kathunk, and you just kind of fall in a heap, potentially hitting your head on one of any OSHA violations this thing absolutely has.
Sure.
Wait, is that right? Is that OSHA? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah.
Yeah, OSHA. Yep.
Yeah.
I went to
wasn't
school
sure
with
if
her.
I was like the pet people.
No, that's PETA.
That's PETA.
Funny.
PETA violations. Not really crap.
I fall onto a Dalmatian.
God.